All right, with over 1 million illegal aliens set to cross in 2019, illegal border crossings are on the track to hit a 13-year record high. According to One America's Pearson Sharp, these would be the migrants are coming from some of the most violent and dangerous countries in the world.
A new report finds that Mexico is the most violent country in the world. According to the Citizens Council for Public Security and Criminal Justice, 5 of the world's 6 most violent cities from 2018 are in Mexico. That's based on homicide rates, not including active war zones, which puts the border city of Tijuana as the #1 most dangerous city in the world. According to the study, there were 138 murders per 100,000 people, more than double the highest rate in the United States, which was 65 murders per 100,000 people in St. Louis, Missouri. The next most dangerous cities in Mexico included Acapulco, Victoria, and Juarez. Of the top 50 most violent cities in 2018, 15 are in Mexico, and 42 are in Latin America. Much of the violence in Central and South America is brought on by drug cartels and other organized crime, as well as widespread poverty and government corruption. In Tijuana, there are more than 7 people murdered every day as rival gangs and drug traffickers battle each other in the streets. The violence is so bad that residents have begun stealing the razor wire on top of the border wall and are now using it to protect their own homes. Dozens of people have been arrested for stealing the wire, and authorities claim the perpetrators are mostly Mexican residents who are afraid of the drug cartels. The report may be bad news for Mexico, but it's bad news for the United States as well, who has Mexico for its closest neighbor. The most dangerous and violent criminals in the world are pouring out of Central and South America and spilling into American streets, creating a surge in crime. Recent studies have shown illegal aliens are 3 times more likely to commit crimes than American citizens and are responsible for nearly half of all the murders in the United States. This news comes as the Customs and Border Protection Agency reports that daily border crossings by illegal aliens this month are at a 13-year high. Detention centers are overflowing, and the DHS is now asking for help from the Department of Defense because military bases are bursting at the seams with illegal aliens. In a single day, on March 19th, Border Patrol agents apprehended nearly 4,000 migrants, the most since the start of the Trump administration. Officials say they're working on a plan to use defense funds to help with the problem and may even use the Department of Defense land to build facilities to house the aliens. But for now, the Border Patrol has been forced to simply release many of the migrants into the U.S. with promises that they'll return for a court date. Over 90% never show up. On Tuesday and Wednesday last week, over 250 illegal aliens were released, most near Mexico's border with Texas. Homeland Security Secretary Christian Nielsen warns the problem is spiraling out of control and says the Border Patrol is on track for over 1 million apprehensions on the border this year. According to the Border Patrol's own estimates, that means at least 500,000 will successfully escape into the United States. And we have no idea who they are or where they're going. 500,000 anonymous people just disappearing into the U.S. Shockingly, the DHS still plans to release another 100,000 illegal aliens into the country while they await their asylum hearings. And now another caravan of some 1,200 migrants is heading north from southern Mexico. The migrants are mostly from Honduras, Guatemala, Nicaragua, El Salvador, and Cuba, countries which made the list for having the most dangerous cities on Earth. It's gotten so bad that in places like California, residents rank illegal immigration as more of a priority than even education. According to a recent poll from the Public Policy Institute of California, residents are more worried about securing the border than about jobs, the economy, the environment, or even homelessness. Despite that concern, leading Democrats in the House are rushing to block the Pentagon's move to spend $1 billion to construct 57 miles of new border fencing. On Monday night, the Pentagon authorized the transfer of funds for shoring up border security, but Democrats claim the wall is unnecessary, calling it nothing more than a political stunt. But that's not what the men and women who actually protect the borders say. Border Patrol officials strongly disagree, emphasizing this is not a political stunt and that there is a real and dire crisis on the southern border. However, until Democrats agree to take action, the crisis will only grow, and American citizens will continue taking a back seat to illegal aliens. Pearson Sharp, One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.